That was very good, that mad passionate love, and a profound statement from my next guest just before that finished. If you mention that on air, mate, we'll be off. So, thanks, Claire. Right, okay. Next two guests, two dear friends of mine. We have Mr. Dennis Gilding, a gentleman that keeps me in touch with what's happening around the county on a regular basis, and a gentleman that it is a real pleasure to see, who's one of the funniest men in the county, Mr. Chubby Oates. Lads, very nice to see you. Come in closer, Chub, otherwise we'll never hear you.
Right, good to see you.
Can you come in closer, get nice and close, like you were really friendly?
Not too close, sweetie.
Well, how are you both? Nice Christmas?
Had a good Christmas? Yes.
Good. How about you, Dennis?
Yeah, very good. I was in Deal.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Doing... working, or...?
No, eating.
Oh, was you?
Yes.
Like we do?
Indeed.
Great.
Yes.
Well, because you're just about the first time, Chubb, that you haven't done pantomime for a long time, isn't it?
No, last year I didn't, because I was ill last year, and I'm still ill. So it's 2 years without Pantos.
But you're getting better, aren't you? I mean, this time, a couple of years you were...
Well, I was, yeah.
For the sake of our listeners, Chubby had a stroke, wasn't it, a couple of years ago?
I had a stroke just a year ago. And they were good to me. Gravesend Hospital, they taught me how to talk again and do things. I was in a bad state, you know.
You was in a bad state, because we all came along to see... And
That's right.
The thing was, even when you were pretty down, you had the ward-in fits of laughter. I remember going along with Lee Tracy, and we had such a manic afternoon with you.
Oh, everybody came
Joyce
to see
Green
me. That
Hospital.
was ever so nice at Joyce Green. Yeah, they all come to see me, but I'm still all right. And anyway, but I'm getting better.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I couldn't dash around. I couldn't put those frocks on and do pantomime this year.
No, because that's the thing people say to me about it. I haven't done it for a couple of years myself. Do you miss it? And you don't, do you really? Because it's graft, isn't it?
It's hard work, pantomime, especially playing Dane.
Yeah. There's so many...
loads of changes of costume.
Yeah.
But, well, I could have been somewhere nice. I could have been, like, in Hull or...
Like you are. Because you was... I always remember when they say Chubby's working at a theatre, you say, where's his digs? And you look for the nearest pub, and you're always above it.
It was always a pub, yes. That's the lovely thing. Yeah, a nice pub near the stage door. And it don't take any trouble. I don't drink now.
I know.
I don't drink now. See, I've had to knock that on the head.
I know. People come for miles to watch you drinking coffee in a pub,
They do. In the Badger at Newhouse Green, I'm there, like, pot of coffee, and people can't believe it. It's a spectator spot now.
Pay to get in.
But yeah, pay to see Chubby Oates drinking.
You're drinking coffee.
Well, I'm pleased that you're feeling better, Chubb, and you're certainly looking a lot better than last time I saw you.
That's right, from hospital.
We were talking about dames, and of course, Dennis was involved with the Night of 1,000 Frocks, wasn't you, with the Stringfellas back in 1996.
I'll go back a lot before then. I think I did it because I was booking the drag artists on the hen nights. They were even doing the stag nights, the drag then. They're not now anymore. They just have the comics on. But I decided that we needed something a bit racy. And I decided Miss Drag UK. And that's what we did. And we got 2,000 people in a night.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness
a lot of people.
me.
Yeah. And I was at Porchester Hall, and I got chucked out of there because I did fetish. Oh, the City of Westminster didn't like leather, rubber, plastic. Oh, no. I had to leave. And Peter Stringfellow rang me up, and he said, would you come and put your dues on at the Hippodrome?
And make him famous.
And which I did. And I was there with Peter for about 8 years, but then, of course, he had to sell it when he came back from America. And then I went to Stringfellows, but it was the wrong venue.
Let's have a quick break for the travel, and then we come back and talk some more to Dennis and to Chubby.
96.7 and 104.2, this is BBC Radio Kent.
It's 14 minutes to 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and we're talking to Chubby Oates and Dennis Gilding about the art of female impersonation. I mean, when I first started, I mean, Chubby and I go back a long, long way in our early career when we used to do things like hen nights and all those sort of things. Even stag nights they used to have people like Ron Ellis on the bill and Terry Dennis.
Oh, bless him, he was wonderful.
You know, great artist.
Great artist, yes.
Absolutely fantastic artist on the bill.
Oh, yeah, but in the days when people enjoyed entertainment a bit more, and even stag shows had sort of varied number of acts and singers.
Singers, variety acts, musical acts, you know.
I remember there were people who would postpone the date of their stag if they couldn't get Barry Kent to sing.
That's right.
Barry Kent, West End singer, and if they couldn't get him to sing the Woof and Puff song, they wouldn't have it. And it's amazing. Now they'd kill you.
Yeah. And who was the guy that played the guitar, sang country and western songs? Do you remember the little harmonica?
Jimmy Hawthorne.
Jimmy.
You couldn't follow him, could you?
What happened to Jimmy?
I don't know.
He's all right. Lives in Victoria.
Bless him.
Does a few old age pensioner shows.
But I mean, no artist would follow him.
No.
Playing a harmonica on a stag night. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I mean, drag goes back a long way, doesn't it? I mean, Chubby, go right back, but are you great friends with Mrs. Shufflewit, wasn't you, Chub?
Oh, yeah.
Who was one of the greatest.
Shuff was terrific. We had loads of shows with Shuff. Shuff suffered from the drink a little bit, but apart from that, was wonderful, wonderful entertainer.
I remember coming to see you with Shuff and Lee Tracy in the thing that Cardew Robinson wrote for you.
That's right, Why Bangkok?
Why Bangkok?
It was supposed to be a follow-up from Oh Calcutta.
Yeah.
There was some terrific sketches in that. I mean, and Shuff could be so drunk, but his timing was
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and there was also, I think you did a pantomime once where Shuff was in.
I remember Shuff playing Cinderella in a pantomime.
With you. I know that I came, and he made his first entrance, went off stage and passed out, and you just brought his hat, kept bringing his hat back. Because he wasn't there to be seen, so you just, as if he was there, just the hat was appearing on the stage. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
He did make the trying on the slipper scene, and it fell off the chair. And then, because he couldn't dangle his legs because he was flat on the floor, he thought he was paralysed, and went into a dreadful panic. Wonderful turn.
Rex Jameson, a real star, wasn't he?
That's right, yeah.
A much better bevy than he was sober.
So they tell me.
Oh, yes.
He was never as bad as people made out.
Oh, come
all
on.
the time. But he was an incredible character.
Yeah.
But he'd been...
The timing.
His time was sensational, wasn't it?
But he'd done everything. You see, he used to be on the telly in the very early days with Norman Evans.
Yeah.
I picked up a video down Brick Lane in East London.
Was that what you picked up in Brick Lane?
With Shuff on it, and it is so incredible. And we did a tribute to him at the Hippodrome and showed that video. It was at the Downtown Restaurant. You're on the video, Chubby Wubby.
Right.
Yes.
Me, yes.
Somebody sent me actually a cassette the other week with him on, which was done at the Star and Garters with Kim Cordell. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, with the
Kathy Kirby.
Kathy Kirby.
Yeah. Wasn't she lovely?
Yeah. I did a summer season in Clacton about 5 years ago, and I was doing. They'd say, so we should come in with the old pith helmet and do goodbye. I said, I want a big flag. I want a big flag to come in. He said, we've got just a thing for you. The producer got me in his car, took me just round the corner, and we walked in, and it was Kim Cordell's boarding house. She's in Clacton. And he said, have you got your big flag? And she said, yeah, and I borrowed her flag for the summer season.
That's right. And she draped the flag over her when she sang and say, there's many a battle been fought under this old flag.
Absolutely right. Dead right. Goodness me. But I mean, the drag artist Danny LaRue is still going around. Danny, isn't he, doing his...
Still going around, yeah. How old's Danny now, Dennis?
He's doing 70 this year. He's doing Dame at Birmingham.
That's right.
Hippodrome.
Yeah. And there was the lovely artist that used to live down in Broadstairs that had the old-time musicals at the Winter Gardens. I did pantomime with him many years ago. He was a drag actor.
Ted Gatty.
Thank you, Ted Gatty.
Good old Ted.
Because it was Ted Gatty that gave Danny LaRue his name, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you know that? Yeah.
He gave him his first job.
He did.
Practically.
He lived in Broadstairs, didn't he?
Yep, Danny Carroll. He used to work, Danny, with Alan Haynes, who's still alive and a wonderful female impersonator. And
An older one.
They were both understudied in some of the big shows that they did by Tommy Osborne.
Who's still a wonderful dame.
Still terrific. But the three of them have got the same hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like this sort of steel grey hair,
Yeah.
like, and it's back combed, up to their armpits like it's massive. And they were... Me and Tommy were doing Panto
At Canterbury.
At Canterbury.
The best I've ever seen, the best dames ever. They were.
And the other two, Tommy Osborne, Alan Haynes and Danny LaRue came down to see us. And to see Tommy, Alan and Danny walking along with the same... mincing along with the same hairstyle. Funniest thing in their life.
Yeah.
That was a good pantomime, that was.
It was a superb pantomime. Very funny. Very funny. Did you have all your own costumes, Chub? I mean, because that's the thing about, you know, now when you book a dame, you don't just book the person, you book the costumes that go with it.
Costumes, yeah.
He's going to flog them.
Yeah.
He's trying to flog them.
Are you really?
That's a good advert.
Well, thanks. I don't know if I do another Panto. I hope I do, but, you know...
I should keep it. I think you will, you know. I think you'd be nice if you got a nice local one, wouldn't it, on your doorstep next year?
On my doorstep.
Yeah, let's get Chubby Oates is available next season for Panto.
I remember that one at Canterbury was a good one. That's when I got when the Kent Evening paper was it?
Kent Evening Post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was pantomime dame of the year, and I got the award of the Golden Bloomers.
Oh.
But
do you wear them?
Oh yeah. Just for your information, mate.
Oh, sweet.
Rusty Goff was the company manager for that.
Really?
Oh, Rusty Goff,
yeah.
the multi-instrumental dwarf.
Yeah.
And
he's in Weymouth this year.
That's right. Well, he was very, very... Comes from Herne Bay.
He does.
He was very, very...
I've never seen him down there.
You ain't been lately.
Couldn't miss him.
Even though he was very officious, was Rusty. He got a new briefcase because he was company manager. And he took me and Tommy over. We were ugly sisters. And he took us over to the local pub, the Canterbury Tales. Nice pub, which I'd already sussed out.
Yeah.
So I did like a drink in them days.
Absolutely.
But he took us in there. He said, I will take you boys, he said, into the pub to get to know everybody. And Rusty, with his grappling irons, got up on a bar stool, got his briefcase there on the counter, and he said, you'll be seeing a lot of us this Christmas. He said, I'm Mr. Goff, it's Mr. Oates, Mr. Osborne. We're from the pantomime. And I said to the landlady, I said, when she sees a pub full of puffs and dwarfs, she knows it's a pantomime.
No, the whole world knows.
Oh, dear Chubby, you are the end, honestly. You are the end. My goodness me. So, Dennis, in the early years, I mean, because you were involved with so many famous people, wasn't you, in your early career?
Yeah.
Tell us who you were involved with.
I was involved with Danny LaRue and Alan Haynes.
Absolutely.
And I was always sent to understudy. It was for Tom Arnold. Do you remember the Tom Arnold?
I do
band?
indeed, yeah.
The ice shows.
Ice shows at Wembley, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Norman Wisdom in one of those once, you know.
Good Lord.
And the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life is when he was chasing the spotlight with a hammer, tried to nail the spotlight to the ice.
Oh, yeah.
I still remember it. And he did a great song sheet, which was...
Away.
Thank you. Thank you, Chub. Yeah,
Don't you go back,
No,
Chub.
it was the greatest song sheet I've ever heard. It went, I'm going away, away, away. I'm going away, away. That's all he did. But
That's right.
It was
and
a great
he said,
song.
I want you all to learn this.
He did, yeah. But wasn't it a great song sheet? And the whole of Wembley Arena was singing that. And it's still in my mind, yeah? That was a great, great pantomime.
He's still going strong, isn't he?
He is too, yeah.
I used to do a song sheet, Umpa-Dumpa-Dookie.
How'd that go?
Which it went something, Umpa-Dumpa-Dookie, 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 yang. You haven't got to spell it, you've only got to yell it, Umpa-Dumpa-Dookie, yang.
Was that your own?
No, that came from two kids entertainers. I remember when I was a kid. Don Thurnall from Bermondsey, played bloke in the Scout Gang shows, remember him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And they'd done it, and I think it was theirs, but I'd done it in a pantomime. I remember I went back for the second year somewhere, I think it was Tunbridge Wells, and a woman stopped me in the street, and she said to me, she said, you're the Umpa-Dumpy bloke.
What a compliment.
Yeah. And I said, yeah. She said, well, I'd like you to know my kid ain't stopped singing that all year, and I'm fed up with you.
It's true, those song sheets do. You remember them, don't you? Umpy Dumpy
Umpadumpadookie. But there was some classic
Umpadumpadookie.
ones, wasn't there? Why does a red cow give white milk?
Now, why does a brown cow? Why does a brown cow give white milk when it only eats green grass? That's it.
Yeah.
That's the burning question.
Yeah.
And what was the other? There's loads of them, isn't there?
Oh,
Great
blimey,
song
yeah.
sheets.
They used to pull this thing down, didn't they, with the words on.
Yeah.
They don't do that now.
No.
Well, they can't get to write it.
No, that's true.
No.
But I
Old
saw-
Alan Gale had some great ones.
Yeah.
Alan Gale, he was at Tunbridge Wells for years,
He
wasn't he?
was,
Alan
yeah.
Gale?
Yeah. Lovely, lovely.
That was his son is
Peter Duncan.
Peter Duncan, yeah, who's now in putting them on at it's Lewisham, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and Peter Duncan, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean that's part of it, isn't it? I mean, the thing I liked about, if I miss anything about pantomime, it's the chats backstage, you know, between houses, sitting pros getting together. Because now you see pros don't get together anymore because it's all one-nighters. You get in the car, you go, you come home.
That's right, just you.
But the old days, you
Yeah.
sat there and had a chat. That was
Yeah.
part of it, wasn't it?
The very first panto I ever did it would have been about 1960. My old woman was Maid Marian. It was the Playhouse Kidderminster.
You do name drop.
I do. I know the best places. That's it's.
Is that still going?
No, it's a flyover now. It is.
I've seen it anyway.
Who was it? Bert Ward was the dame.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bert,
yeah.
Bert was lovely. His claim to fame was the longest serving extra in Coronation Street.
Oh.
And dear old Bert, he used to keep his frock on between shows and nip over to the Working Men's Club for a few drinks.
Lovely.
And one night, he'd had a good few man. He came in and my entrance was, he'd be on, he'd fall over, I'd go on and do the gag, what are you doing down there, mother?
Getting up, yeah.
And he'd say, getting up. Well, this particular night, he didn't get up. He stayed there, and I'm saying, what are you doing down there, mother? And he just laid there and said, your mother's Brahms and Liszt.
Oh, lovely. Because Arthur Askey did a great line with that when they had all the pros come in on one afternoon. There was all the pros in, and apparently he tripped over, and the dame said, what are you doing down there? And he said, I'm not giving good material away with all the pros in. Every pro in the business. It was the old Joey Joy, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Somebody should actually record all those old gags, you know. There should be a video of them, because they're going to get lost.
Paul Harris wrote a lovely book last year with them all in, which was great. It's like a Bible now to the business. Yeah. So you're right, you know, because those things will soon be gone, won't
They're
they?
going to be seen, I mean, you know.
I mean, once Huddy gives up the business of pantomimes, who else will bring them in? Because I mean, Roy just about tries to get the greatest pantomime in England, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, but it's all those old panto gags and all those old panto pros have all gone, you know.
Yeah.
He's got the most wonderful book by Roy Hudd. The research must
He's
have
written
been...
some wonderful
Oh,
stuff.
I've got the new one for Christmas, the antidote things.
Yeah.
Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah.
It is. Well, listen, lads, I'm afraid we've nearly run out of time. Time just flies with you two, I tell you. But it's been a real pleasure. And can I wish you both a very, very happy New Year.
Same to you.
Chubby, keep on the getting better, because we need people like you in the business. Do you know that? And Dennis, thank you very much indeed. And no doubt you'll be popping back with Pat to talk about
Tuesdays, yeah.
on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And Chubby, you're welcome anytime, mate.
Thank you very much indeed. It's nice to be welcome somewhere.
And an old mate of mine sitting behind you, Robert Brown. You, Robert.
Keeping
Yes.
quiet.
Keeping quiet.
Yeah, he have a moral support.
Yes.
He only works New Year's.
New Year's Eve, yes. He get his kilt out. Listen, nice to see you, lads. Chubby Oates, Dennis Gilding, and Robert Brown sitting in the background. You have a great, great New Year, lads.
Thank you.
Coming up next, the news at 2 o'clock.